I'm making a slow cooker lasagna that will knock their socks off. I've been sauteing some diced onion in a big old skillet. I'm gonna need this big old skillet because this has a lot of ingredients. I'm gonna start with the two meats. I've got some ground beef and some Italian sausage. Now all I need to do is just crumble the meat, let it brown completely, and then I'll move on with the recipe. Okay, I got the meat all browned. Now I'll move forward with the rest of the ingredients for the meat sauce. I've got a big old can of diced tomatoes and I'm adding the juice. The lasagna is gonna need plenty of moisture when it's in the slow cooker, so I don't drain any of this. Another small can of diced tomatoes. And then I love that rich tomato flavor, so I'm gonna add a can of tomato paste. I've got the tomatoes stirred into the meat, so I've got some seasoning to add, starting with garlic, of course. You can't make lasagna without fresh garlic. Some salt and pepper. And this has a nice mix of fresh and dried spices. I'm gonna start with some dried oregano. And then I'll chop up some basil and parsley and add that in. Okie doke. The fresh herbs are all chopped up. So I'm gonna leave some aside for the cheese mixture for the lasagna. And I'll add some in here. You can't beat fresh parsley and basil. Turn the heat off, and that's the meat sauce. The second step for the slow cooker lasagna is making the cheese mixture, and this cheese mixture is mighty, mighty cheesy. It's got 3 cheeses to be exact. I've been grating up some fresh Romano cheese. Ooh, nice and sharp, I love this stuff. And I'll add about the same amount of grated Parmesan cheese. Now with my regular lasagna, I actually use cottage cheese, believe it or not. But I'm gonna use ricotta cheese, and it's whole milk ricotta. I'm gonna add most of this container. I need 3 cups. And then I have a couple of eggs, which helps kind of bring everything together in the slow cooker. And the rest of these beautiful, beautiful herbs. Then all I need to add is salt and pepper. That's the cheese mixture. Now all that's left is assembling it, and then it takes a little time to cook, but the payoff is totally worth it. I think I'm just about finished grating up the mozzarella. And that, by the way, is a 4th cheese that I'm putting into this dish. But who's counting, right? Okay, now it's about assembling it, which is super fun and really easy. I'm just gonna spray the slow cooker all over the inside with some cooking spray. I'm gonna start by putting some meat sauce in the bottom of the slow cooker. I'll add about 1/4 of the sauce. I've got 1 regular sized noodle and I'm putting it right in the center. And then I snapped a couple of smaller sizes, just broke off the ends so they would fit. So I'll put a couple that are slightly shorter, overlapping the big one. And then I've got some shorter ones, and those will go on the outside. There's no exact science to this, just kind of snap and break to fit the slow cooker you have. Now for the ricotta mixture. Okay, the mozzarella goes on next. The layers start all over again. Meat, noodles, cheese mix, mozzarella, and again. Meat, noodles, cheese mix, mozzarella, and this time, meat, and a final layer of mozzarella. Turn it on low for 4 hours, and dinner's done. I'll let the lasagna sit for about 30 minutes with the heat off. And that, my friends, is officially a make-ahead marvel.